Hey everyone, I am Robin the Copy Bitch. This is Suey, my sidekick sloth. And today we are talking about what does a website copywriter do? So first of all, let's back up for a second. What is website copywriting? Okay, go to any business's website. I don't care who it is, what it's for, you're gonna see words. And guess what? Someone had to write those words. More than likely, it was a professional writer. No, not in every case. Your small business websites like the pizza shop down the street or something, it's quite possible that the business owner or someone within the business itself put together the website, and that's perfectly okay. But for your bigger companies, bigger brands, even a bigger small business, yes, that's a thing, oftentimes they will outsource to a website copywriter like myself. Or for really big brands, they might actually have writers on staff. They might have a marketing department and a stable of writers. Or they might outsource to a marketing agency, and the marketing agency will have a stable of writers on staff, or they will contract to writers like myself. That's often how I get my website copywriting gigs. So here's a question. Do all copywriters write websites? And the answer is not necessarily. I think that it's hard to be a copywriter today and to not do websites. I think most copywriters probably have website copywriting as one of the tools in their toolbox. And I think if you're watching this video, it means you're probably a new copywriter or you're thinking about going into it. And I would say you're probably gonna be doing website copywriting. Now, that's not to say at some point you might not specialize. Maybe you decide to just do email marketing or email copywriting. Or maybe you decide to become a direct response copywriter and you only focus on longer sales letters that are printed. That's possible. I actually have a good friend who is a financial writer, and she will write white papers, she will write blog posts, she will write, which could be considered a form of copywriting, she will write newsletters, she will write, what else? Things like that, but she won't do websites. And she's actually sent me work saying, hey, I have a financial client who needs a website. And it's funny because I actually don't do financial writing. So you might have people out there who do end up specializing, but I think if you're new to copywriting, you should probably get used to and comfortable with doing website copywriting. And here's the thing, it's lucrative. There's a lot of work that goes into a website. It's not an easy gig, but there's a lot of work, and there could be continued work because if you show your value to the client, they might say, hey, can you write for my blog? Hey, can you handle my social media? And it makes sense because you'll really know their business after you spend time writing their website. Another question, you might be thinking, isn't website copywriting just copywriting? Here's the thing, copywriting, if anyone's watched my videos, you know how I define copywriting. It's any writing that sells a product, a service, or a cause. That's a very general, broad definition, but that's my definition. I feel it works, it makes sense. It encompasses copywriters, content writers, bloggers, the whole 9 yards. Website copywriting is copywriting for sure, but the whole point of a business having a website is because they're trying to draw on people who are already doing the searches in Google for the products and services that they're selling. That's the whole concept of inbound marketing. So in order to have the website work in that way so it actually draws on the people who are actually doing the searches, it has to be optimized for search. We call this search engine optimization, or SEO. So website copywriting, SEO copywriting, is a different type of copywriting. You have to know how to use a keyword phrase, how to use it naturally throughout the copy so it doesn't sound like it's stilted or stuffed and it sounds like it's talking to a human and not a search engine. And you have to know some of the key tenets of SEO. And I have a video on SEO copywriting that I will include in my description below. So is it copywriting? Yes, but it's a special type of copywriting that takes it to the next level because you have to add on SEO on top of the actual copywriting. Whereas if I was doing, let's say, a sales letter, a printed sales letter, I'm not worried about search engine optimization. That's just straightforward copywriting. See the difference? Okay, so let's get back to the question at hand. What exactly does a website copywriter do? Well, they actually do quite a bit. So a website copywriter has to truly get in the weeds and understanding the business. You will have a kickoff call with the client where you're asking them a million questions about their business, about their competitors, about their buyer personas. You're going to want to look at the competitors' websites. You're going to want to look at all the market materials that the business has. You're going to want to do keyword research and analysis. There's a lot that goes into a website copywriting. It's not just sitting down and being like, all right, I'm going to write the home page. Okay, I'm going to write the service page. You eventually get to that, but there's a lot of work that you have to do beforehand so that you can sit down and write good content that gets people to do what you want them to do. The other thing a website copywriter does is they keep up with SEO trends. And here's the thing, that is a moving target right now thanks to AI. Yes, I do think there's still a place for copywriters, including website copywriters, but things are changing by the minute. And I'm recording this in May of 2023. Of course, we're on the heels of ChatGPT, and Bard has gone, wide. That's Google's AI. And Google has announced that it's creating, or it's launching, and hopefully I'm going to get the name right, Search Generative Experience. So SGE. We have another acronym here. Now, is that going to take off? Is that going to be a thing? But that's the thing. If you're a website copywriter, you have to be paying close attention to all this stuff, because the way search is evolving and the way when you put in a query into Google and what comes up is dramatically changing in real time. Like, who knows, by the time I publish this video, it might even be outdated. So a good website copywriter, I still think we're going to need them, because you're going to need a good writer to write words that sound human and that captures the brand, their personality, the identity, the messaging, the tone, all of that. So they're still going to be necessary, but the way search is evolving, how you go about putting it out there could change, so stay tuned. But yes, it can be really exciting. And if you want to be a website copywriter, this is an exciting time to be in. If you love to write, if you love working with businesses, if you love branding, if you love seeing, your results online, and, you can see real results, like, is that page performing? Are people converting? So it can be a really great niche to focus on. I wouldn't really call it a niche, because every business needs a website, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to focus on being an SEO copywriter, I think there's a place for it, but it's going to be a lot of work and there's going to be a lot of change. So you're going to have to be nimble and paying attention. So there you go. Okay, hopefully that gave you a sense of what is a website copywriter and what they do. That was a very high level explanation. Check out my other video on what a copywriter does exactly. And between the two, you'll have a good feel for kind of what copywriters do day to day and what can go into a project. If you have a question, let me know. I am the Copy Bitch. You could ask me, leave it in the comments, or reach out to me on social media. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you do, just move along. I am Robin, the Copy Bitch. This is Stewie, my sidekick sloth. And we'll see you next time.